Rylin, just, I mean, a heck of a day for you. Just what were you seeing at the plate?
I feel like the first game I was like allowing the pitcher to get ahead of me, like ahead in counts, and I was rolling over pitches. And so the second game I just tried to jump on the pitcher early, because normally earlier in the count is better to hit for me anyways. So I was just swinging earlier in the counts and letting the ball travel deeper so that I could put a better swing on it.
And then that second game, just, of course you hit the first one, then you hit the second one. And by the time you hit the third one, it almost felt like, I think all of us were just like, you got to be kidding me right now. Just how good does it feel to have a game like that?
It feels really good. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. I can't remember, so I probably haven't. But but yeah, it felt really good to be able to do that. Eric?
When you're like locked in like you were in that second game with the homers, do you feel like you're in the zone? Does the ball feel like it's a beach ball? What's the feeling like?
Yeah, it I definitely feel more relaxed when I'm locked in. And yeah, like you said, it it kind of does make the ball look bigger whenever it comes in there. And yeah, I just letting the ball get deeper for me allows me to see it longer, and it I think it allows me to be able to put a better swing on it.
9 runs in that second inning. Take me through. What was it like being in the dugout as that inning was unfolding?
It was crazy. I have a lot of really great teammates, and they're very supportive and energetic. And so just every time, not only me, but everyone else that got hits or runs scored, everybody's just was really energetic, and yeah, it's just we're a really fun team, I think. So it's just really fun to be able to win, especially that big. So
Thank you.
Justin?
Yeah, Rylan, I'm curious, coming into the day, knowing you were going to play two, what was the mindset? What was the message that you guys were talking about, knowing you had, two games in front of you, all that?
So the biggest thing that Coach D was telling us was that um after the first game especially, she was like, the runs don't carry over to the next game. It's just a completely different game, and to stay locked in through every single pitch, which has been kind of our motto all years, to stay locked in every pitch. So I think we did a really good job of that today, because it was a long day and we haven't had to play a doubleheader this year yet. So I think that we did really well being able to stay locked in both games.
Everybody in your starting lineup got at least one hit today. Obviously, you had the big bombs, but everybody kind of added to the game today. What was the feeling, in the huddle afterwards and on the bus, that kind of thing, to not just have two wins, but for everybody to contribute to those wins?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when we have like a lot of hits like that, I don't think everybody realizes um that everybody got a hit, obviously, but I think it just shows that we put a lot of hard work in this week, and we scouted them well, and we were just all seeing the ball really well.
And the last one for me, you have such a day today at the plate. You still got one more game to go. I mean, I have a feeling your name's going to be the one circled in the lineup. So tell me, just for you especially, what's the approach going into tomorrow?
I feel like they've thrown me a lot of different pitches, a bunch of different types of pitches. So I kind of have an idea of what I feel like I'll get, but really just like I've said multiple times, just allowing the ball to get deep. Because that's how I hit the ball better, is letting it travel more. And just staying within myself, and not not letting the moment get too big. Just stay within that bat.
Two wins in one day against a good team. Just overall thoughts on how your team came out today.
Oh gosh, I was really, really pleased with how we competed today, from the start to the finish. Obviously, both games were very different, but our offense was dialed the entire time, and our pitching and defense did the job. So really pleased overall today. It's always nice to win the series going into the last game.
I'm not really sure how to ask this, but just Rylan, just What do you what were you thinking whenever you see her hit her third home run and through I think it was the third inning she'd already had three home runs. What are you thinking at that point?
Well, just more than anything, goodness, like what a day. You know, like yeah, so I just think she was seeing the ball really, really well. Um and I guess I guess I should be more shocked maybe. I don't know. Rylan's such a great hitter. We get to see her do that all the time. And so it's not a huge shock, I guess, should say. So I'm just really happy for her. And obviously she was seeing the ball really well and putting really good swings on it. So incredible day.
And then are we sure that Reagan Johnson is a freshman?
Man, she's fun, isn't she? She just had an incredible day too. And then robbing the home run in that second game was so huge to get the momentum back. So just across the board, it was a great day. Really, really pleased with the team.
And then last thing I'll ask, just of course saw Chinese for all 7 innings of the first game, and then we got to see Ha and Robin in the second. Just if you could break down what you thought of all three of them today.
Yeah, well, I think that it was a great day. I thought Shanice did what Shanice does. I think that they're a really tough offense to the point where you don't ever feel like you have enough runs. Can you guys hear me okay? It's kind of windy out here. You just never really feel like you have enough runs with Kentucky, the way they swing the bat. And, so I thought Shanice did a really, really great job of just keeping the offense contained. I thought Ha just had a rough start. And I think it was just one of those days, and she'll be better next time she comes out. And I was really, really pleased with how Robin came in and settled in and just really competed really well today. So across the board, happy. And I know Callie and Nikki were ready, and we'll see what we're going to do tomorrow.
Eric.
Coach, you'll be happy to know I joined watching your game after I was done with my broadcast in the second inning when you scored 9 runs. Just want to point that out.
Okay, well, what took you so long?
Well, the broadcast I was doing ended early. I blamed them. But what does this mean? Because I know you all been working on your offense, and I know it's been tough at times. What did it mean for have a day like this in both games where your offense was clicking like all cylinders, especially in that second game?
Well, it was just really great to see. We know we have the hitters to do that. But to put that collective effort together and just I think in that inning that you said you tuned in, I think we had sent 14 to the plate. 11 of those were quality at bats, and it's just really big. We've just been talking about a lot of just being dialed, locked in, being relentless, tough outs, and finding a way to pass the bat. And even when you have a game like that in the first game, sometimes it's tough to reset and refocus for that next one, and just their ability to do that and stay the course and just continue to carry that momentum, even though it was back and forth in that second game. Just overall, I mean, goodness gracious, it was a great day. I just really loved our approach and how locked in we were.
Rylin's performance, I mean, you've played with great players, you've coached great players. How do you put that performance into level there? I mean, who knows? If that game would have been a normal 7-inning game, she could have had a chance to hit 4, home runs or more. Like, I mean, put that performance in perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times that ever happens. And you know what? I just thought the entire day she showed what a competitor that she was, and the maturity in her approach, because I don't think even the first game went how she wanted it to go. And so, I mean, that's who Rylin is like, you're not going to keep her down for long. And then when she came out with the boom. And quite honestly, I didn't know that they were expecting them to really go at her in her fourth at bat. And they got a quick 0-2 and then ended up hitting her. But I just, it was just a really, really special game for her. And it's what she does. I mean, when she's seeing the ball well, I mean, she can drive the ball with the best of them, and it's just really, really fun to watch. So I'm just really happy for her.
Take me through this weekend. Obviously, you had the alter the schedule to play this doubleheader today because of weather, and now you got to play tomorrow. Take me through what this weekend's been like in Lexington, and probably a growing moment for this group on the road here to win 2 games in one day in a place like Lexington.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done a lot of double headers. This was our first one that we had to do with the SEC schedule, and I wasn't sure how we were going to respond, how we were going to handle it because of the team and not being in that such situation much. And then when you have that first game with the finish that you had, you're just really hoping the team refocuses and resets, and you carry that momentum, but also know that your runs don't roll, and so just refocusing to lock in on whoever they put in the circle, knowing that we're going to get a different look, we're going to have to adjust quickly. I was just really happy to see the way their approach didn't change all day. It was great, and it didn't matter when we went down in the bottom of the first. They got it right back, and just a really gutsy day, and just really, really proud of them.
Well, congrats, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks.
Do we have any last questions for Coach Deifel?
Just one for me. One hit for everybody in your starting lineup, at least one tonight. How important was that for your offense, top to bottom?
No, I didn't know that. That's huge. It's huge. I think we got production throughout. Again, like I said earlier, we know we have the hitters for it. And we've been clustered a lot in our offensive production. And today I just feel like we put it all together. When the ball showed up on the plate, we made them pay. We swung with intent. And that was the big thing that we were talking about, is taking the intent that we had in the first game and carrying it over to the second, and just being really gritty outs. I mean, that was huge. It was huge to have the production throughout the lineup like we did.
Ethan?
Yeah, I'm halfway kidding asking this, but game 3 against Florida, y'all had bark in the park. And then today there was bark in the park there. What's up with the team whenever there's dogs in the outfield?
We're dog lovers. They love it. There's actually a park right behind their center field too. So we got to see some coming into practice yesterday, and you're around our team, they know it. I know you're being joking, but it's just a weird coincidence. You're right.